Three-pointer on the way, off the mark, rebound goes out of bounds. And it'll be Capital basketball. Matt Florjancic joining you for the call of today's game alongside Luke Schradel. And senior day is always a little bit special here at Baldwin Wallace. And both teams are hoping to close out the regular season strong, build some momentum for that OAC tournament coming up next week.
Exactly. You talk about it, building that momentum. I think that's what BW needs to do. You know, they lost to John Carroll here at home on Wednesday. They have a chance to bounce back, get right before this OAC tournament starts.
Capital with the basketball. That's Weiland passing out. And she gives the ball to Duguid, who gets called for the carry. First forced turnover of the game.
I like the first shot that they got, an assisted bucket chance to a 40% three-point shooter in Hensel.
Yeah, you will live with that shot selection, no doubt about it. High-low game from Scheibelhut to Edwards. She can't get the layup to go, gets her own rebound, and gets the putback. 2-0, BW in front just over a minute into the game.
Always so active on the offensive boards. Lily Edwards dominates the post.
Murphy with the ball right side. She tries to skip it over left. It's stolen away by Reagan Schill. Schill waits for her teammate. Now is going to try to drive to the hoop. Dishes it last second to Hensel, and it was a little bit too low off of Hensel, out of bounds. Good look, though, by Schill.
Thought Schill could have went up with that. I don't think Hensel was expecting the ball under the basket, but a good 2-on-2 look on the break. Just couldn't corral that pass inside.
Good start defensively, though, forcing turnovers on the first two Capital possessions. High post entry pass goes to Ulmert. She'll swing it over into the corner to Brewer. Brewer trying to dribble drive and dumps it at the last second, but it's blocked out of bounds. Megan Scheibelhut coming over in the help side to knock it out.
There's that senior defensive anchor down low. Did a great job on Olivia Nagy in that second half of the John Carroll game. A great block inside from Scheibelhut that time.
Not an easy task facing off against Olivia Nagy. No surprise, though, Megan Scheibelhut handled business. And I think we just put the broadcaster jinx on her as she got caught for a reach-in foul going to the hoop. So that'll send Lainey Murphy to the line, the third leading scorer on this Capital team. They actually have three double-figure scorers in Emma Burns, Erica Linder, and Lainey Murphy, but two of those young ladies have been limited to just 3 games on the season. Murphy, the only one who's played in all 23 for the 5-18 Comets.
It's always tough in this day and age. COVID, injuries, all sorts of things you have to work through, and this Capital team clearly has had some injuries on the roster.
Oh, and a coaching change mid-season, by the way, as legendary coach Dixie Jeffers hung it up right before the start of the new year. Sylvie Sonneman checks into the game for the Yellow Jackets. She drives baseline. Izzy Andrews in the lane. She throws up a runner. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound tracked down by Weiland. We're even at 2 apiece here at the 7:36 mark of the first quarter. Murphy swings it over to Weiland, right wing. She'll dribble out top and hand off to Brewer. Brewer on the dribble drive. Out to Duguid. Her shot's high off the backboard and no good. Rebound Megan Scheibelhut. She'll hand to Schill. Schill will get it up the court to Edwards. Edwards dribbles off left wing. Now gets to the left elbow. Kicks it over to Andrews. Thought about a three-pointer. Now out front to Schill. She will fire up a three, and she rattles it in. BW 5, Capital 2, 3 minutes into the first quarter.
Andrews with the assist there, draws the double team and passes it out to an open shooter on the three-point line.
Brewer will swing it left side. And it'll get skipped back to Weiland right side. She'll kick it into the corner to Murphy, and it's out of bounds off of the Comets. Yellow Jacket ball. Kira Philpott will check in for Megan Scheibelhut, and Emily Irwin will check in for Izzy Andrews. And it will be Philpott right in front of the Yellow Jacket bench doing the inbounding to Emily Irwin.
Irwin had a couple of awesome step-back threes in that John Carroll game on Wednesday. Looking to get back in rhythm tonight.
Yeah, if you can get her going off the bench, that'll be a big plus for this Yellow Jacket team. Sonneman on the dribble drive after getting the pass from Edwards, and she gets the layup to go.
Sonneman also had a great game on Wednesday, too. Quietly in that stat sheet, picking up the things, You don't really hear about it after the game, but Sonneman played really well off the bench, and they needed her.
This Yellow Jacket team does roll deep, but they do that because they have a lot of players that can impact the game positively, and we've seen that as this season has gone on. Emily Irwin comes up with the steal. She'll dribble off left side, out front to Edwards. Edwards on the drive, and she will be fouled. It looks like she's going to get 2 coming from the line. Good vision by Irwin, by the way, on that pass. Wasn't really looking in Edwards' direction and muscled a pass through the Capital defense.
Yeah, and Capital wasn't expecting that. So Edwards had an easy look at the basket, had to foul, send her to the line, and make it harder there.
Nicole Flock will check in for Capital. Carolyn Wolkley checks in for the Yellow Jackets. Edwards up and good with the first free throw. So on the floor for BW, it's Wolkley, Irwin, Edwards, Philpott, and Sonneman. Edwards' second attempt is on the way, and it'll rattle in. BW in front of the Comets 9-2 with 5:55 to go in the quarter.
Edwards ups the percentage there, shooting at 78% on the year. Bags both of those.
Do good outlets to Omert. Her triple try is off the mark. Rebound, Lily Edwards. Over to Sonneman in the right corner. Triple try is off the side of the rim. Rebound pulled in by Murphy. She'll move the ball across the timeline.
Handoff miss.
Sorry about that, partner. Go ahead.
Unfortunate miss there. The defense broke down, had a wide open shot in the corner for Sonneman. Just couldn't hit it.
Do good bodying up. Philpott throws up a wild hook shot, and it banks in. 9-4. BW in front of Capital. Wolkley into the corner to Sonneman. Back out front to Wolkley. She'll put it on the deck with the left hand and skip it over to Edwards. Edwards from 18 is nothing but net. 11-4, Yellow Jackets in front.
Great start from Lily. Already getting things going, 4 points in the game.
Yeah, one of the 4 senior leaders on this team. They're going to look to her to provide a lot of that leadership down the stretch here in this game and next week in the OAC tournament. Brewer gets hit with a travel. That's a turnover. Say returning to action is Megan Hensel. Hensel will inbound to Emily Irwin. Irwin hands off to Wolkley, who will back it out between the circles and reset before swinging it right side to Sonneman. Sonneman on the drive. Kicks it to Wolkley. Triple try is up, and it is good. 14-4, Yellow Jackets in front. Capital trying to answer with a three-pointer of their own, and they will as Lainey Murphy hits it from the left wing. Irwin jogs across the timeline. She's out top. Swings it right wing to Hensel. Hensel skips it back to Irwin. Three-pointer on the way. It's good for the Yellow Jackets. 17-7, BW in front.
With Wednesday being such a tough shooting night for this team, you could just see the level of confidence they still have in themselves. They believe that this is a roster that can really get it done, and their offense is on fire tonight.
Hensel running a 3-on-2 into the corner to Wolkley. Three-pointer up, and it's off the side of the rim. Rebound to Capital. It's Brewer. She swings it over to Murphy. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Kira Philpott. Carolyn Wolkley with the basketball for the Yellow Jackets. Over right side to Irwin. Three-pointer on the way. It's no good. Rebound, battled for inside, and controlled by Capital. Good hustle by Megan Hensel to make it a difficult board. Brewer one-hands a pass into the lane. She finds Omert for the layup. 17-9. BW's lead trimmed to 8 with 2:48 to go here in the quarter. Emily Irwin dribbles off right side, tries a one-handed pass. It's stolen away by Omert.
I thought she could have bounced past that into the corner. Don't keep it up in the air. Protect it a little bit. Bounce it over into the corner.
Yeah. Brewer over to Murphy. Murphy left wing working against Wolkley. She tries to swing it out top. Sonneman made it a difficult pass. Now it gets to Brewer again. Over to Flock. She'll try to drive. She loses a handle on it. Kira Philpott there for the steal. Philpott will bring it up the floor. She's looking for a trailer. Can't find anybody, so takes it all the way to the elbow before Hensel gets it. Now Hensel swings it over to Wokeley. Wokeley trying to drive. Kicks it into the corner to Hensel. Pump fake on the three. Now step back three is up. It's good! 20-9. BW in front. 1:51 to go. And the Comets will burn their first timeout none too soon after the Yellow Jackets really start to heat up from three.
Yeah, they're going to need that timeout. 7 turnovers from Capital, and BW taking advantage off of those. 12 points off of those 7 turnovers.
I mean, that's what you expect to see out of a Yellow Jacket team that's A, hungry, B, motivated, and C, trying to ramp up for an OAC tournament. They came in off of a tough loss to their cross-county rival, and now they know that they could be only a couple of games away from getting that third crack at John Carroll, and they want to go into the tournament with as much momentum as possible.
Well, this is a good way to build momentum.
No doubt about that. On the floor for the Comets, it'll be Brewer, Flock, Dogood, Murphy, and Gabby Ledbetter. On the floor for the Yellow Jackets, it's Hensel, Wokeley, Scheibelhut, Andrews, and Schill. Brewer out front against Wokeley, and the Comets are going to get hit with another turnover as that was an illegal screen. Lily Edwards will check back into the game for the Yellow Jackets. Checking back in for the Comets, Maddie Weiland. Andrews with the ball, running point. She'll dribble off right side to the right wing. Over into the corner it goes to Edwards. Edwards looking for a pass. It's not there. Now she'll get it over to Hensel. Hensel trying to drive. Gets to the lane, out to Andrews. Andrews gets to the free throw line and outlets to Edwards. Edwards on the dribble drive. She throws up a fall away. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Ledbetter.
Thought she might have gotten some contact on the way up, but otherwise this BW offense has been really great moving the ball. Kind of just stuck on that possession. 4 of the 7 buckets have been assisted. Yeah,
it just seemed like there was a little bit too much miscommunication. Just a second off here and a second off there led to some awkward passes and moments for the Yellow Jackets. Dogood on the possession, swings it left side. Blocked out of bounds. That was Nicole Flock on the shot, and Scheibelhut sends it away for her second block of the game.
An emphatic block number 2.
Inbound pass gets to Flock. She'll try to drive again. Left it short. Rebound Reagan Schill. Excuse me, that was Weiland on the shot for the Comets. Hensel out front between the circles. Looking left, now passes it right wing to Andrews. Andrews backdoor to Schill. She maintains possession and gets it to Edwards. Edwards to Hensel, three-pointer up, and it's front rim. But Hensel will get her own rebound back. Onto the baseline it goes to Edwards. She goes up for the reverse layup and gets it to go with 10 seconds to go in the quarter.
Great job by Megan Hensel to follow her shot down there. Offensive glass gets the put-back bucket.
Brewer switches her pivot foot. The ref misses that call. Three-pointer on the way. It's no good. So the Yellow Jackets will take a 13-point lead into the second quarter as they hold a 22-9 edge in scoring after the first 10 minutes of play here from Ursprung Gymnasium.
Well, that was a clean first quarter by the Yellow Jackets. That's some film that they can be really happy about, something that they can go back to in the playoff film room and say, hey, we need to be where we were in this game right now. 4 of 9 from downtown. 4 of 8 buckets have been assisted, and you've caused 8 turnovers. So overall, great defense, great offense, and everything's been efficient all around.
Yeah, it was a good team effort in that first quarter, and that's what you like to see out of the Yellow Jackets. You want to see them come out strong after what was a very disappointing result on Wednesday night. They didn't get the win against their crosstown rival, and likely will settle for the number 2 seed in next week's OAC tournament. But this is an opportunity for them to really make a statement and try to build some positive momentum going into that OAC tournament. On the floor out of the between quarter break for the Yellow Jackets at Scheibelhut, Andrews, Edwards, Schill, and Marade Le Liberte. On the floor for the Crusaders is Brewer, Murphy, Omert, Weiland, and Duguid. So they're starting 5. Brewer with the basketball over to Murphy out top. Murphy swings it right side. Now it goes to Duguid. She tries to skip over to Weiland. She fires up a 3, left it short on the bank. Scheibelhut will track it down. Scheibelhut outwards to Edwards. Edwards out front to Scheibelhut. Into the corner to Schill. Schill on the drive. Outlets to Scheibelhut. She'll fire up a 3, and she knocks it down for Baldwin Wallace. 25-9, BW in front, 9:20 to go in the half.
Good work between Scheibelhut and Schill on that possession.
No doubt about it. They had a little two-woman game going on that left side, and they were able to make the most of it. On the dribble drive for the bucket, and now we'll head to the line for the and one. That's Brewer. Brewer off the mark, and Edwards will control the board. She'll swing it over to Leila Berte. Now over to Andrews on the left side. Andrews to Edwards on the left wing. Edwards on the dribble drive. Backing down the defender, out to Schill. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Scheibelhut there for the putback, though. She gets the layup to go.
It just fell right into her hands. Schill off the bank, right into the hands of Scheibelhut, and an easy putback, too.
Backdoor pass goes to Weiland, and she will draw the foul on Marade Le Liberte.
How about the active hands from Lily Edwards? This whole defense has been swarming all over the place tonight.
No pun intended there. No, but that's one of the hallmarks of this program under Sherry Hare. Yeah, she has players that can put up points, but she also has players that can deny them being scored by the opposition through hard work, hustle, and good defense. And as I say that, Lainey Murphy gets around a defender and hits a runner in the lane to make it a 14-point BW lead. Scheibelhut out front over to Edwards, right wing. Edwards trying to back down a defender. It's not there, so she'll swing it over to Andrews on the left wing. Andrews on the dribble drive over to Schill. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound pulled in by Duguid. Murphy on the right wing working against Leila Berte. Gets a step on the defender. Is off the mark with the layup attempt. The rebound battled for underneath the hoop. Possession arrow will favor the Yellow Jackets after the tie-up. Sonneman and Wokeley will check in. Leila Berte and Schill will check out.
For your Yellow Jackets, number 0, Karen Wokeley, and number 34, Zilby Sonneman.
Scheibelhut will inbound the ball and does so to Andrews. Andrews signals out the play. Into the high post, it goes to Scheibelhut. Back to Andrews. Now back to Scheibelhut, over to Sonneman. Pump fake on the 3, now the drive. Dishes it to Edwards. She's battling inside and gets the layup to go. Lily Edwards not going to be denied, putting up big numbers on senior day.
You could tell she wanted that 2 points there. A lot of effort to put that up, and a strong finish by Lily Edwards.
A lot of effort just to pull in the pass as she was double teamed, but came up big on that possession. She comes up big with good on-ball defense. It forces a miss, and Sonneman tracks down the board.
Yeah, this Jacket defense, so good. Second best in the OAC in points per game defensively, as well as shooting percentage.
Locally left that one short. I'm not convinced it wasn't tipped by one of the Comets, but the referee felt differently. Megan Hensel, Bella Valiant, and Emily Irwin check on into the game for the Yellow Jackets. Flock back for the Comets. She slips a pass inside to Omert, who outlets it to Murphy, and Murphy knocks down the triple. BW lead trimmed to 13, 29-16 with 6:26 to go in the second quarter.
Great ball movement by the Comets on that possession. Gets them an assisted bucket.
Locally tries to swing it into the corner. It's batted away, and now over to Sonneman for three. No good. Rebound pulled in by the Comets. Flock thought about a three, now is going to post up against Irwin. Throws up a runner, and she gets fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Flock, a 47.7% free throw shooter on the season. It's been a little bit of a struggle for her from the free throw line. And she will rattle that first one in. And she will be off the mark on the second. Sonneman will pull down the board. She'll outlet it to Wokley, left side, over to Irwin. Irwin drives to the middle. Over to Hensel. Hensel looking for a cutter. It's not there, so she'll dribble out. Swing it left wing to Valiant. Valiant trying to drive. She goes up in the lane, and she'll have two coming from the line.
Great take. Just a really strong, aggressive drive to the basket, and you know there's going to be some contact coming. You take that and you head to the line to convert.
Valiant's first attempt is on the way, and it's good. She came in an 80% free throw shooter, 8 of 10. Now make it 9 of 11, looking for 10 of 12. On the way, and it rolls off the side of the rim into the arms of Brooke Omert. Omert will swing it up the floor to Murphy. Back out front to Omert. Omert into the left corner, or right corner, it goes to Weiland. She'll dribble around the arc and hand off to Murphy. Murphy looking for a step back three. Sonneman there to check her and make sure she doesn't get the space. Now she will lift from deep, and it's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Valiant.
Great defensive rebound.
Hensel left side looking for the drive. Baseline shut off, so she'll swing it over to Wokley. Wokley with a step in the lane. Out front to Hensel now. Hensel tries to skip it over to Irwin. It's stolen away by the Comets. Flock with the ball into the front court. Into the high post to Duguid. Duguid on the drive. Goes up for the layup, and she missed it. Sylvie Sonneman there to pull it in. That was a golden opportunity that Capital let slip by.
And it was great defense by Duguid to tip it, to get the steal, to get the offensive opportunity down low, and just cannot convert. It's been an offensive struggle for Capital. 6 of 18 shooting the basketball so far here, and the three-pointers have not been dropping either. 2 of 7 there.
And when you're going against one of the best defensive teams in the league, you can ill afford to have a rough shooting night. Irwin will inbound the ball, does so to Valiant, but there is an illegal screen called against Lily Edwards.
I just don't agree with that call, and neither does Coach Hare. She's going to go argue with that, with the far side referee about that one.
Well, regardless of the argument, didn't overturn the call, so Capital will get the ball. Murphy on the baseline, checked by Reagan Schill. Right wing to Brewer. Now it gets skipped over to the left side. It's Weiland out front to Brewer. Brewer working against Emily Irwin. Brewer outlets to Omert. Now over to Duguid with 3 on the shot clock. She lifts and misses. Valiant there for the board.
The BW defense makes the Comets settle for another shot that they didn't want to take. How about the effort tonight from Bella Valen?
Yeah, she's playing a really good game for this Yellow Jacket team, and that's what you want to see. That's what you need to see when you're trying to build some positive momentum going into the OAC tournament.
Yeah, she's came in off the bench and really done a nice job grabbing rebounds on the defensive end, going up and grabbing it at the highest point.
Brewer with the backdoor cut. She got a step on Irwin and then got the easy layup to go.
Yeah, great cut by Brewer. Saw Irwin fall behind her and called for the ball inside.
Edwards between the circles. Jab steps, swings it over to Valiant. Thought about a three. Now over to Schill. Schill drives the middle of the floor. Backdoor to Hensel. Hensel goes up and gets the layup to go. 32-17. Yellow Jackets in front. 3:14 to go in the second quarter, and we have a full timeout on the floor. While we have this timeout, want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company for all of your insurance and risk management needs. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. And Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Andrews, Schill, Hensel, Scheibelhut, and Edwards on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. So it's their starting five, and they'll match up against Brewer, Murphy, Omert, Weiland, and Kaylee Cyphers. Cyphers, the lone non-starter on the floor for the Comets. Brewer jogs it across the timeline, gets a step on a defender, goes all the way to the hoop, and she misses the layup. Megan Hensel is there to clean it up. Everything but the finish on there from Brewer. Scheibelhut out front, thought about a three, now we'll swing it to Andrews. Andrews skips it to Hensel. Hensel left side. Now it gets reversed over to Schill on the right. Schill with 4 seconds on the shot clock throws up a runner that's batted out of bounds.
Nice work by Whalen. Great position there inside. Goes straight up and blocks it without fouling.
Sylvie Sonneman checks into the game. Megan Hensel will check out. Believe we're going to put 1 second on this clock. 1 second on the shot clock. Or maybe we're not. We're going to have an official conversation, and the teams will be sent to their benches, it looks like. We're going to have an official review, it looks like, at the scorer's table. If 1 second gets put on the shot clock after it had ticked down to 0 once the ball had touched out of bounds, you got to put another second back on the game clock as well. There's 1:20 to go here in the first half from the Ursprung Gymnasium inside the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. The Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets are hosting their senior day today against the Capital Comets and currently lead Capital 32-19. Brief conversation with the assistant coaches of their respective teams. That's Jason Wright for the Comets. And it's Cody Hartzler for the Yellow Jackets.
You got to get it up to Scheibelhut somehow and just toss it up.
Schill will take the inbound. She throws it up wildly, gets it to go. She'll have one more coming from the line.
Thought they were going to throw it up high to Scheibelhut, but they came with a crafty play inside, drawn up off the sideline, and it worked. Schill to the line after the N1.
Schill 14 of 17 from the free throw line. Make that 14 of 18 as she's off the mark. Rebound goes out of bounds off of the Comets, so it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. Edwards takes the inbound, hands off to Andrews, out front to Sonneman, and Scheibelhut will catch it on the bounce off of the referee. Only problem is he was standing out of bounds. So that's an out-of-bounds violation on the Yellow Jackets. Pass just a little bit too hot to handle for Megan Scheibelhut.
Total rebounds starting to kind of pull away here. BW 19, Capital 12, starting to dominate down low as this game goes on.
Schill makes life very difficult for Murphy on the baseline runner attempt, and that shot's off the mark. Edwards there for the board. Out front to Schill. Schill crosses up Murphy and subsequently throws it right into the Capital bench. Edwards bobbed when Schill was expecting to weave, and the ball went one way and the teammate went the other.
Yeah, such a common play. And Andrews just not on the same page. As soon as Schill turned that right foot over to pass it, she unfortunately cut to the basket.
Brewer lobs it inside and gets it right back on the give and go, but is off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Sonneman. Sonneman pushing up the floor, and she bulls through. Kaylee Cyphers. Cyphers took that hit up high and draws the offensive foul. And with that, Sylvie Sonneman will quickly be subbed out, as will Kaylee Cyphers. Duguid back for the Comets. And Hensel back for the Yellow Jackets. That was a full head of steam right to the rib area. That could not have felt good.
Yeah, that's a collision we're used to seeing on fall Saturday evenings.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a great tackle attempt, that's for sure, but not the case here on the hardwood. Backdoor pass goes to Omert. She's off the mark, and Megan Hensel's there to pull it away.
This has just really not been Capital's day so far.
They've gotten a lot of open looks, which is something BW is going to harp on in practice this week. Going into the OACs, they don't want to give up that many clean looks. Fortunately for the Yellow Jackets, Capital just can't find a way to hit them. Edwards on the drive, gets fouled on her way to the hoop. She won't get two from the line, but the Yellow Jackets will retain possession. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Kenzie Weiland checks into the game for the Comets. She'll replace Brooke Omert. Andrews to inbound for the Jackets. Underneath their own hoop. And before she'll get the ball, we're going to have another delay as the officials need to talk something over at the scorer's table. No explanation, no change in shot clock or game clock, so not exactly sure what that was about, but regardless, BW will inbound the ball. And Edwards on the left side of the floor. Into the corner goes to Schill. She fires up a three. She's off the mark. Rebound battled for inside and controlled by the Comets. Murphy dribbles off right wing. She's checked by Andrews, trying to cross up the defender. She will. Scheibelhut in help side defense. Cannot get the block shot, and a bad collision is Megan Scheibelhut and Andrews. One goes high, one goes low, and Capital gets to the bucket. Fortunately, Scheibelhut able to stand up, as is Andrews, and Scheibelhut will try to burn as much of the game clock as she can. There's about a 2-second differential, 2.5-second differential between the shot and game clocks. Scheibelhut left side. Dribbles out front over to Andrews. She fires up a deep three. It's off the mark. And rebound goes to Edwards. She fires up a three and is off the mark. Awkward play at the end of the first half as Edwards tracked down the board. She heard a buzzer sound and pretty much everybody froze and thought the half was over. Oop, somebody needs to go get Izzy Andrews as she hustled off to the locker room, and now both the officials are keeping both teams on the bench.
I mean, this is a little upsetting. This just disrupts the flow of the game if you're BW. You have this huge lead, you're rolling, and then there's just multiple stops.
It just seemed like that last 2 minutes, every possession, there was something bizarre going on and requiring an official conference, and it looks like they're going to give the Yellow Jackets another crack before halftime, as with the clock has been reset to 2.1 seconds. Andrews will inbound the ball, and they're saying, I guess, the shot clock should not have sounded, and that buzzer threw off the Yellow Jackets. Hensel, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and both teams are calmly heading to the locker rooms, kind of awaiting whether or not we're going to get another inbounds play. Capital not happy with the last couple seconds. Not sure why the assistant coach is expressing his displeasure with the officiating crew.
Yeah, I think he just thought that they might have fumbled those last 2 minutes. I mean, I thought that it was the right move to send it to side out and replay that because, yeah, nobody was playing. No one was guarding Lily Edwards in the corner when she took that shot that didn't count. So they come back, and it doesn't matter either way. So either way, it's BW rolling into the half. It's been a lot of extracurricular activities all over.
That last part of the first half was just very bizarre. But regardless of that, the Yellow Jackets will take a 34-21 advantage into the second half. And while we have this opportunity, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company for all of your insurance and risk management needs. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. And Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. We're going to step aside for our halftime break, and when we come back, we'll have second half action for you here between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and the Capital Comets from Ursprung Gymnasium in Berea. Thank you very much for listening on the BW and watching on the BW Athletics website. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ursprung Gymnasium inside the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University in Berea, Ohio. I'm Matt Florjancic, joined by Luke Schradel on the call of the opener of the doubleheader between the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets and Capital Comets, the women's basketball team, currently with a 34-21 edge as we get set for second half action. The nationally ranked women's basketball team looking to improve to 18-4 overall, 15-2 in Ohio Athletic Conference play, and 9-1 at home. Capital looking to improve on their 5-18 standing overall and 2-13 mark in the conference. On the floor for the Yellow Jackets to start the second half, it's their starting five of Schill, Edwards, Andrews, Hensel, and Scheibelhut. On the floor for the Comets, Dugood, Murphy, Brewer, Amert, and Weiland. Scheibelhut will inbound the basketball, and she'll do so to Andrews. Andrews across the timeline. Swings it into the high post to Scheibelhut. She'll hand off to Hensel. Triple try on the way. Left at front rim. Rebound Brewer. Brewer skips it over to Weiland. We'll give it right back to Brewer. She looks inside and somehow gets it to Amert. Backdoor pass to Murphy, slides out of bounds. That's a turnover for the Comets.
Nothing was open, covered well by BW. A couple of cutters came down to the hoop, but Scheibelhut handled them well in the defensive anchor.
Andrews over to Edwards, left wing. Edwards with a jab step, now to Andrews. Andrews bowls over a defender while skipping it to Schill. Now it gets reversed to Hensel. Hensel out front to Andrews. Back to Scheibelhut on the right side of the floor. 9 on the shot clock. Scheibelhut puts it on the floor with the left hand. Hands off to Schill. Schill over to Hensel. Three-pointer on the way, and it's no good. Edwards there to battle for the board, and she draws a foul as Amert kind of undercut her going up for that rebound.
She had good position inside, though, Lily Edwards, and does a great job of just keep jumping after that ball, and she was going to get the call eventually and did.
Yeah, relentless pursuit of the basketball. That's what this program is built on. Schill, right wing, swings it out front to Hensel, now left side to Edwards. Edwards looking for a cutter, finds Hensel on the right side. Three-pointer on the way, and three-pointer good. You give Megan Hensel enough cracks at it from three-point range, and she will make you pay.
Hensel's now dropped in 8 points on the night.
Brewer out front, now gets reversed to Weiland. Weiland back to Brewer left side. Brewer with a step back three on the way, and it's good. She answers Megan Hensel's with one of her own. Still a 13-point lead for the Yellow Jackets, 37-24, 8:23 to go here in the third quarter. Edwards looking back door. It's not there for Scheibelhut, so Edwards will instead hand off to Hensel. Hensel trying to drive, kicks it over to Scheibelhut. Now to Andrews, reversal to Schill. Schill left wing, drives to the free throw line, out to Andrews, and inside it goes to Scheibelhut, who reverses it to Hensel, and that three's off back iron, rebound to the Comets. Brewer skips it over to Amert. Triple try is up, and it's off the back of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Andrews.
Great cross-court pass to find the wide-open trailer. Just can't cash in.
Yeah, she looked like she was going to take a one-on-three situation there, and that drew enough of the attention from the Yellow Jacket defense to get an open look. Just couldn't knock it down. Andrews right side. Drives inside, out to Scheibelhut, three-pointer on the way, and Megan Scheibelhut on senior day knocks down the big three-pointer from the corner.
She's 2 of 2 now, Megan Scheibelhut from downtown.
Not necessarily what she's most known for, but when Megan Scheibelhut gets into a rhythm from long range, she can make an opponent pay. On the flip side, that's exactly what she's known for, a good help side defense and a block shot. Yellow Jackets pushing the other way. Edwards is going to get hit with the offensive foul. She threw that off elbow, and more times than not, you're going to get whistled for the foul.
Yeah, you can still draw an offensive foul if you are moving. And that's when Lily Edwards brings in that elbow. You just kind of fly out and take that call, get the charge, head the other way on offense.
Philpott and Wolkley check into the game for the Yellow Jackets. Kaylee Cyphers back for the Comets. Weiland out front, swings it over to Cyphers. Cyphers puts it on the deck twice with the right hand and gives it to Weiland on the right wing. Into the high post, it goes to Dogood. She'll skip it left side to Murphy. Triple try is up, and it is good. 40-27. BW in front by 13. Under 6.5 to go in the third. And Megan Hensel on the dribble drive got the baseline shut off and airmailed it into the Yellow Jacket bench right over the head of Sherry Hare, and you know that's not going to make the long-tenured Yellow Jacket head coach very happy.
Yeah, I know, a couple of turnovers back-to-back, and now they lead the game in turnovers 10-9.
A little bit uncharacteristic with the Yellow Jackets. Not so much on the selfless play trying to make that extra pass, but just the results aren't what they're used to. Ball inside goes to Weiland, and on a post move working against Carolyn Wolkley, she gets hit with a travel.
Yeah, switched her pivot put on the gather there. Can't do that.
Andrews across the timeline. She picks up a head of steam, kicks it into the corner to Hensel. Out top now it goes to Edwards. She'll reverse it to Philpott, right wing. Philpott trying to drive, lost a handle on it, maintained possession. Wolkley now in the middle of the floor. She gets the lane shut off, so she'll hand it off to Edwards. Edwards on the drive. Almost gets the shot to go off the glass, but she'll still get two coming from the line as she was fouled in the act of shooting.
Just willed herself to the bucket there. Edwards trying to get hers tonight. Already in double digits scoring. Just her second trip to the free throw line tonight.
Nicole Flock will check in for the Comets. Sylvie Sonneman still at the scorer's table. She's going to check in for Edwards at the next break. Edwards puts it around the back once, puts it on the deck once, raises up and knocks down the free throw. 14-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Goes through her routine once more, eyes the rim and knocks it down. 42-27, BW up by 15.
Two perfect trips to the free throw line for the All-American.
Flock will run point for this possession. She gets the screen from Cyphers, swings it over to Brewer, left wing. Brewer drives to the middle of the floor and gives it to Cyphers. Cyphers one time on the floor, over to Murphy in the corner. Swings it inside to Dogood. It's knocked out of bounds by Sylvie Sonneman. Dogood wanted a foul. Did not get it, and she had some words for the officials. Schill and Irwin back into the game. Andrews and Hensel will check out for the Yellow Jackets. Brewer to inbound. Does so to Flock. High post entry to Dogood. She's going to back down Sylvie Sonneman and throw it wildly off the glass. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Carolyn Wolkley, who's looking to push with numbers. Over to Sonneman, and before Sonneman can send it to Irwin, Wolkley is whistled for the offensive foul, much to the displeasure of Coach Sherry Hare.
It just got kind of out of control there. I think if she made a decision a little bit earlier, you wouldn't have seen the offensive foul. Got to be quick with your decisions on the break. That's why they call it the fast break.
Kenzie Weiland will check into the game for the Comets. She'll join Flock, Brewer, Murphy, and Dogood. Flock hands off to Murphy. Murphy's trying to find a driving lane. It's not there. She'll swing it left wing to Flock. High post to Dogood. She'll back down Kiera Philpott. Throw it up with the left hand and draw the foul.
Spin move has been getting her some open looks. That time Philpott was there, but all over the hands of Dogood.
Dogood's first attempt is on the way, and it is good. Coming into the game, she was 10 of 18 from the free throw line, 55.6%, but she's perfect on that pair. Makes it a 13-point game, 42-29, BW in front of Capital. 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Sylvie Sonneman takes a three from the top of the key, and she'll knock it down for Baldwin Wallace. Emily Irwin there with the assist on the shot.
No hesitation from Sonneman. at the start of the shot clock, just pull up the three and cash it.
That's some supreme confidence in your abilities, but when you knock it down with consistency, that helps. Solomon on the defense gets the steal. Now to Schill in the corner, and Schill cannot handle it as that was a little bit too hot to handle, and it goes out of bounds.
And you may have thought that she let that one go there. Almost could have gotten her fingertips on it to throw it back in, but I don't like throwing it back in on offense. It gives the other team a chance at a fast break, and that time she'll just lets it go out of bounds, go back and play some solid defense.
Right. Better to settle in for the half court, make them work 94 feet than giving them an easier look at the basket. Murphy tries to hand off to Brewer. She does. Brewer with a push-up on Emily Irwin. Got away with a travel, but then threw it away to Sylvie Sonneman, who comes up with another steal. Schill, right wing, out front to Irwin. She fires up a three, and she knocks it down for Baldwin Wallace. 48-29. BW in front, 3:36 to go in the third. And with that, we will have a 30-second timeout on the floor from the Comets. What a third quarter stretch for the Yellow Jackets from three-point range as they continue to shoot it well from long range. They are now 9 of 23 from three-point range, just under 40% shooting from distance. They were 5 of 16 and in the first half. So now they are 4 of 7 here in the second half, shooting it really well from three-point range.
And Irwin herself, 2 of 3. Scheibelhut obviously made her 10th three of the season, 2 of 2 on the night. Everybody's contributing. Have a bunch of players over 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Yellow Jackets above 5 points. So everybody's getting involved. Everybody's contributing, kind of getting back in their rhythm in this one for the OAC tournament.
Amert back into the game, and she'll inbound the Flock for the Comets, and Flock will get her pocket picked by Carolyn Wokeley on the breakaway. Goes up for the layup, and she gets it to go. 50-29, BW in front.
Great play by Wokeley.
It's nice to see the intense defender get rewarded for her play on that end with an easy look on the layup. Flock on the drive. I think Wokeley was right. She got away with a walk, but she gets a layup to go nonetheless.
Yeah, I totally agree with Wokeley. I thought she played great defense, found herself in great position, but the travel gave the Comets the advantage there.
Emily Irwin over to Wokeley on the right side. Backdoor pass to Sonneman. She'll swing it out to Schill. Schill out front to Wokeley. Lob inside to Philpott. It's stolen away. Flock with the basketball. She'll swing it over to Murphy, left wing. Murphy hoists a three from deep, and it's no good. Philpott there for the board. She'll outlet it to Irwin. Irwin with the basketball, gets to the line. Swings it out to Philpott. She'll fire up a three, left at front rim. Rebound to the Comets. Flock with the basketball, left side. She'll swing it over to Dogood, fires up a 15-footer and knocks it down. 17-point lead now for the Yellow Jackets, 50-33, under 2 minutes to go in the third. Sonneman fakes a three, puts it on the floor with the left hand twice and gives it to Wokeley. Wokeley between the circles, left wing pass goes to Schill. Schill gets the drive shut off and outlets to Wokeley. 5 on the shot clock. Carolyn looking for a driving lane. She gets tied up, and possession arrow favors the Comets. On the floor now for the Yellow Jackets, near wholesale substitutions. Andrews, Scheibelhut, Edwards, and Layla Berte on the floor. Sonneman, Wokeley, Irwin, and Philpott check out. Flock with the basketball, and she will draw a foul against Reagan Schill. Hensel will be sent to relieve Reagan Schill.
It was real smooth sailing there in that first quarter. BW won that quarter 22-9, but it was a tied second quarter and a contested third quarter here as well. Just a 4-point differential, 16-12 in this quarter.
Yeah, BW looks a little bit out of sync offensively, and now they're looking for their defense to help provide that energy to give them the spark to pull away in this one. Do good. Outlets it to Brewer. Brewer to Weiland, and that's a 30-second violation. That's a good way to build some defensive momentum.
Jacket bench is happy about that, along with Coach Hare. That's the defensive stop you want to build something here on this offensive possession.
Andrews left side to Le Liberte. Out front to Edwards. Edwards over to Hensel, left wing. Hensel out front to Scheibelhut. She'll reverse it to the right to Andrews and get it right back. Now to Hensel, left wing. Hensel wasn't expecting it, but still caught it. She swings it out to Scheibelhut. Three-pointer on the way. Left it short. Rebound to the Comets.
Would have been a perfect 3 of 3 if she hit that one. Just couldn't fall in.
Katie Burke seeing her first action today. She has the ball between the circles. She'll dribble off right wing. Checked by Le Liberte. She's working to get back to the center of the floor. Does so with a pass over to Maddie Weiland on the baseline drive. She loses a handle on it, and it goes right out of bounds. BW will get one more possession with 6.8 seconds left here in the third quarter. Andrews catches the inbound pass from Scheibelhut. She crosses up a defender. 3 seconds on the clock. Le Liberte fires up a three. Halfway down and out. 50-33, BW in front by 17 as we head to the fourth quarter of action. And before that fourth quarter, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket women's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company for all of your insurance and risk management needs. Chuck Raduno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. And Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Thank you for all of your support of Yellow Jacket Sports and its participants. On the floor for the Yellow Jackets, Edwards, Scheibelhut, Hensel, Andrews, and Le Liberte on the floor for the Comets, rather. It's Cyphers, Weiland, Amert, Brewer, and Murphy. Scheibelhut will inbound to Andrews. BW out front, 50-33 as we start this fourth quarter of play. Scheibelhut out front, over to Le Liberte, now back to Scheibelhut. Skips it into the corner to Andrews. She'll try to drive. Last second dishes to Scheibelhut, but before that pass can be made, a foul on the floor, and it's charged to the Comets. Lainey Murphy picks up the foul. That's her second. That's the first on the Comets this quarter. Andrews to inbound. Does so to Hensel. Hensel puts it on the floor with the right hand twice, goes up for the layup, gets it to go. 52-33, BW in front.
Excellent offense there from the Yellow Jackets, getting right back into the rhythm to start out this fourth quarter.
Maddie Weiland, right wing. Tries a high post entry pass to Cyphers, does so. She skips it over to Amert, now out front to Brewer. Brewer dribbles off right wing, out front to Cyphers. Skip pass over to Weiland. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Weiland reverses her pivot foot, gets a shot lifted, and it's off the mark. Rebound to Lily Edwards. Edwards out front to Andrews. Andrews back to Edwards. Now Edwards on the dribble drive, jump stop in the lane, and gets the left-handed layup to go. 54-33, BW in front.
That's her bread and butter there, the fundamental two-legged jump stop.
Murphy hassled by Hensel, trying to get some space for an open look. She can't, so she'll swing it over to Cyphers. Cyphers fakes the handoff and now gives it over to Ahmert. Ahmert throws it away, and Andrews will pick it up for the Yellow Jackets. Over to Hensel. She'll go up for the layup, and she'll get clobbered by Brewer. Hensel will go to the line to shoot two. Credit Brewer for getting back on defense and making Megan Hensel have to earn it from 15 feet.
Yeah, but Izzy Andrews went after that steal and poked her head up right away to find Hensel under the basket. Heads up play by her.
Hensel, 14 of 20 at the free throw line, make it 15 of 21 this season. She knocks down the first of two. Second one on the way, it rattles out, rebound to the Comets. It's Maddie Weiland. Weiland hands off to Murphy. She fires up an off-balance three, and it's good. 55-36, BW in front, but Capital not going away easy. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Edwards, backdoor pass to Hensel, gets the layup to go. 57-36, BW in front.
Comets got caught ball watching and a great cut by Hensel to the bucket.
Brewer on the left wing, swings it into the corner to Murphy. She fires up another three, and it hits off the top of the apparatus, and that's a turnover. Valiant checks in, and so does Reagan Schill. Emily Irwin also sent to the scorer's table.
Well, it's good to see Murphy miss that one. If you're a Yellow Jacket fan, she was shooting 4 of 7 from downtown coming into that shot. Misses that one to make her 50% from downtown on the day.
Yeah, the young lady can shoot it from outside, no question about that. Edwards on the baseline drive, kicks it to Schill, now to Irwin, who one-hands a pass into the paint for Lily Edwards for the layup. And one of the Comets is still down. She and Edwards got tangled up on the drive. Looked to be an awkward landing for both young ladies. Kenzie Weiland is sent to the scorer's table, and she will relieve Brooke Ahmert, who was the injured Comet. Valiant, Irwin, Schill, Hensel, and Sonneman on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Duguid, Kenzie Weiland, Maddie Weiland, Brewer, and Murphy on the floor for the Comets. Brewer dribbles off right side, high post to Duguid. She puts it on the deck twice, spins, right-handed hook shot, no good. Rebound Megan Hensel on the backside. Hensel one-hands a pass over to Schill in the left corner. Schill over to Sonneman right side. Sonneman trying to drive into the corner to Valiant. She lifts the three and she knocks it down for Baldwin Wallace, 62-36. BW in front, 6:36 to go in the fourth.
And that's the 10th Yellow Jacket made three-pointer.
Maddie Weiland tried a post entry pass into Duguid, and it was stolen away by the Yellow Jackets. Irwin swings it over to Sonneman. Sonneman backdoor to Valiant. She lost a handle on it, maintains possession. Outlets it to Schill, who hands off to Irwin. Irwin into the corner to Sonneman. Now to Hensel for three. Rattles in and out.
And still Valen is chasing after that rebound. How about the strength to get that pass off after corralling that rebound on the ground?
I mean, strength, presence of mind, vision, everything was there on that play. Good job by Valiant. Maddie Weiland hands off to Duguid, and there's a foul on the floor on the drive. Emily Irwin gets whistled for the foul. Carolyn Wokeley checks in. Megan Hensel checks out. gets a nice reception from the BW faithful. Nicole Flock checks into the game for the Comets. Checking out is Demi Brewer. Flock will inbound for the Comets underneath their own hoop. Does so to Murphy. Murphy working against Reagan Schill. Now swings it over to Kenzie Weiland. Back to Flock. Flock to Maddie Weiland. Deep jumper is on the way, and it rattles out. Valiant there to track down the board. She'll give it over to Irwin. Irwin dribbles off left side. Out front to Valiant. Fake on the three. Now the drive. She is tied up in the lane, and possession arrow favors the Comets once again. Kayla Paul checks into the game for the Yellow Jackets, and she'll relieve Reagan Schill. Flock will dribble across the timeline for the Comets. She'll skip it over to Maddie Weiland left side. Weiland tries to drive, loses her footing, still maintains her dribble, and gives it off to Murphy. Murphy inside to Dogood. She's looking for a hook shot. It was shut off by Valiant, so she'll outlet to Murphy. Murphy trying to drive now, back to Dogood. Deep jumper on the way. It's good. She'll have one more coming from the line as she was fouled in the act of shooting, and it's Carolyn Wokeley, the guilty party on the foul.
And credit Murphy for drawing all that attention and kicking it out in the corner to Dogood. Great work to create something for the Comets by her.
Now, this is a young lady who averages better than 6 points and 4 rebounds per game, and she rattles home that free throw to complete the three-point play. Yellow Jackets in front by 23, 62 to 39. Kayla Paul over to Irwin, out front to Sonneman. She thought about a three, now will try to drive, goes up with the left hand. It doesn't go, but she'll have two coming from the line. Kenzie Weiland whistled for the foul. That's her first. That's the third on the Comets this quarter.
This will be BW's 10th free throw attempt.
Sonneman, a 68% free throw shooter. She's off the mark with the first one. Second attempt on the way. It's good. Layla Berte will check in. She'll replace Carolyn Wokeley. Flock will swing it right wing to Maddie Weiland. Gives it over to Dogood. Maddie Dogood raises up for the shot. It's off the mark. Bella Valiant there for the board. Valiant swings it over to Layla Berte. Layla Berte back to Valiant. Triple try on the way, and it's no good and sails out of bounds.
Still in good spirits, though, down there on this end.
Gabby Ledbetter checks into the game for the Comets. Now, Valiant's got nothing to hang her head about after that missed shot. She's put in a very, very good effort today. Knocked down a couple of big shots and been really, really good on the boards as well. Emily Irwin comes up with a steal, runs through a foul attempt, and goes all the way to the hoop, throws up a right-handed runner. It's off the mark, rebound, batted out of bounds off of the Comets.
How about that Euro step from Emily Irwin?
Yeah, Irwin is just a tough, hard-nosed player that every team needs to have. She's really good offensively, but she just brings a toughness and a mental toughness that you need coming off the bench. Sonneman catches the inbound pass. Three-pointer on the way. Three-pointer is good. 66-39. BW in front, 3:34 to go.
Sonneman up to 9 points on the day, 2 of 3 from downtown.
Ledbetter with the left-handed hook shot, and it goes. Capitals struggled offensively, but one of the things they've been really, really good at is generating hook shots offensively.
Yeah, a couple of great entry passes to the paint, and a couple of their players have mastered that hook shot, and it's certainly a very effective look at the basket.
Stoppage in play. Looks like one of the Comets. Maddie Weiland. As a cut that opened up on her leg. So Aaron Burns will be sent to check in. Emma Nick checks into the game for the Yellow Jackets. She'll replace Sylvie Sonneman. Nick will inbound. And she'll do so to Emily Irwin. Irwin crosses up a defender, gets a screen from Paul, swings it over to Layla Berte on the left wing. Now to Valiant right side. Looks back door to Paul, it's not there, so she'll swing it left side to Layla Berte. Puts it on the deck, swings it over to Paul. Fake on the three, into the corner it goes to Irwin. Her triple try is up and it rails in for the Yellow Jackets.
And Irwin cans her third three-pointer of the contest.
Ledbetter going the other way, outlets it to Burke. She gives it back to Ledbetter. Bank shot just off the mark. Rebound pulled in by Layla Berte.
Great box out inside by Irwin that time on the defensive end.
Rolling timeout. Get a couple of substitutions in for the Yellow Jackets. Megan Jurasic, Alec Johnson, and Sadie Aaron to check in for the Yellow Jackets. Kirsten Giffen checks in for the Comets. Paul on the left side, out front to Nick. Nick will hand off to Jurasic. She'll fire up a three, left it short. Rebound pulled down by Burns. Burns right side. Swings it into the corner. Now it goes into the post to Ledbetter. She'll try to back down Jurasic. And her shot is lifted, but it's no good. Rebound pulled in by Emma Nick. Emma Nick over to Kayla Paul, right side. Paul into Jurasic in the post, working against Ledbetter. She'll swing it out to Aaron. Three-pointer on the way, and it banks home for BW. 72 to 41. 1:42 to go here in the game. Katie Burke enters it into Gabby Ledbetter. Back to Burke in the corner. She fakes a three, drives baseline, lifts up from 10, leaves it short. Rebound battled for, and it'll be controlled by Alec Johnson, but they're going to whistle her for the foul.
Number 11, Alec Johnson, her first. Team third. Into the game for the Comets, number 11,
Carrie Wyman checks into the game for the Comets. She'll relieve Nicole Flock. Inbound pass goes to Wyman. She'll dribble out to the left, or to the right wing, Outlet it to Giffen. Giffen over to Burke on the left wing. Burke looking for Giffen. It's stolen away by Kayla Paul. Paul, 2-on-2 break. Swings it into Jurasic on the trail, and Jurasic can't get the layup to go. Gabby Ledbetter there for the board. On the outlet pass, though, Capital loses a handle on it and turns it over along the sideline. Under a minute to go, BW up by 31 points. Emma Nick catches the inbound pass. She'll swing it over to Kayla Paul on the right side. Paul to Alec Johnson between the circles. Left side, it goes to Aaron. She lofts a pass to Kayla Paul, who needed a good 1.5 feet more of height to try and track that one down as it sails out of bounds.
I was about to say another chance to score off the turnover, but they don't there. But in this game, 26 points off 20 turnovers. They've really made a living working off those steals and blocks.
You have to think that points off of turnovers and 3 points, three-pointers made in the second half have been the difference in why the Yellow Jackets have been able to pull away. Ledbetter with a good post move gets a left-hander to go. She'll get one more coming from the line as she was fouled in the act of shooting.
And yeah, this is a much better fourth quarter overall. Similar to the score we saw in the first quarter, 22-8 here in this fourth quarter. It's the bench unit finishing up what the starters started.
Ledbetter completes the three-point play. 72-44, BW in front by 28. Shot clock is off. BW can run it out. Johnson on the right wing. She'll fire up a three, and she'll knock it down. 75-44, BW in front. 13 seconds to go in the game. Burns on the right wing, out front to Burke. Burke on the dribble drive, working against Emma Nick. Into Ledbetter, her hook shot is up, and it's good with a second left. Jurasic inbounds to Paul, and she'll dribble out the final second as the BW women's basketball team starts this doubleheader against Capital with a 75-46 victory over the Comets. The Yellow Jackets conclude the regular season with an 18-4 record, a 9-1 mark here at the Ursprung Gymnasium, and they are 15-2 in conference play. Capital fell to 5-19 overall and 2-14 in Ohio Athletic Conference play. Leading the way for the Yellow Jackets with 16 points on 6 of 8 shooting and 4 of 4 from the free throw line was Lily Edwards. Edwards added 6 rebounds and 2 assists, also scoring in double figures. Megan Hensel with 13 points. Hensel knocked down a pair of three-pointers and added 4 rebounds. Emily Irwin and Sylvie Sonneman each with 9 points. Irwin 3 of 5 from the field, 60%, but she was 3 of 4 from three-point range for 70%, and she dropped 2 assists as well. Sylvie Sonneman 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point range with 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Megan Scheibelhut added 8 points and 5 rebounds. Carolyn Wolfley and Reagan Schill each with 5 points. Bella Valiant with 4. Sadie Aaron with 3. Alec Johnson with 2. And that rounds out the individual scoring for the Yellow Jackets. Leading the way for the Comets with 18, Lainey Murphy on 6 of 12 shooting, including 4 of 8 from three-point range. Maddie Dugood had 9. Demi Brewer and Gabby Ledbetter had 7 each. Nicole Flock had 3. Brooke Almert had 2, and that rounds out the scoring for the Comets. As a team, BW 27 of 54 from the field, 50%. 13 of 33 from three-point range, 39.4%. And 7 of 11 from the free throw line, 63.6%. Capital 17 of 46 from the field, 37%, 5 of 13 from three-point range, 38.5%, and 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 77.8%. BW forced 20 turnovers and committed 16 of their own. However, they outscored the Comets 26-15 on points of turnovers, had a 35-22 edge in total rebounds, a 7-2 edge in offensive rebounds, and a 28-20 edge in defensive rebounds. BW had 17 assists on their 27 made baskets. The Comets had 7 on their 17. BW added 4 blocks and had 1 more than Capital for the game. BW also had more steals than Capital, 11-6. Fouls just about even. BW committed 14, Capital 11. Bench points was a big difference in this game as the Yellow Jacket bench outscored Capital's bench 32-10. Second chance points also well in favor of the Yellow Jackets as they outscored Capital 14-2. Points in the paint, BW led 24-20. And fast break points, BW had a 5-0 edge in that category as well. So once again, the BW women post a 74-46 victory over the Capital Comets to improve to 18-4 overall on the season, 9-1 in true home games, and 15-2 overall in Ohio Athletic Conference play. We're going to step aside for a few minutes, and when we come back, we'll have the men's game as they will also host the Capital Comets on Senior Day here at Ursprung Gymnasium.